So what do you need?
Well, so, I mean, it's always nice kind of start, stop, and start, stop, and continue. You know, any things that struck you is kind of a nice thing. Also, this is sort of as a project. You know, we don't get to do long projects,
Right.
but this is something, and
So
they're really
it's a good class length project.
yeah, right, a class length project. And they kind of the idea would be to they're not going and looking up online, or they're not researching, but they're sort of relating it to their own experience.
And it's very much hands-on, and with this number of kinesthetic learners.
Yeah,
That's,
right.
that
That was
works
nice.
pretty well.
Well, and actually, think of it, the one group that we had kind of the most trouble with, they stopped, what they said anyway, is they were grossed out. Well, this is bananas and crackers and water, right? The only way you'd be grossed out if you're definitely connecting it to fecal matter. So that is a connection. So it's like, okay, I'm definitely visualizing the digestive system. So connected on that way.
Those three are difficult to all engage, especially from animals.
Those songs definitely jump out.
Yeah,
And
Gabby will engage.
Yeah.
If she's not distracted.
Yeah.
Fernanda loves to distract her with fun.
Yeah, right. It's like fingernail designs, you know. It's not.
It's nothing to do with class.
Yeah, right.
And,
that's a puzzle.
Mark is just he's curious about a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And he'll engage for a while, then he'll disengage and do something else, and he'll come back.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think he would really
It's like a classic
merit.
ADHD.
Yeah, he would really merit the effort of, okay, how can I keep the square peg lined up with the square hole? Because he's clearly a smart guy, and he knows a lot of stuff, and he's a thoughtful guy. And in the moments where he is present and engaged, he's bang, bang, bang.
Right.
Catch up, take 3 giant steps, and he'll be ahead of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And even when it seems like he's disengaged, he's the sort that often you say, "Oh, what did I just say?" And he'll know what you just said. You know, he actually is.
He may not know what you just said.
Yeah.
But he'll at least have some idea about the context of the
Yeah,
conversation.
you would make a good guess, but whereas some people, it's like there's no way they're ever going to give an answer. You know, there was one I think Alfredo, who was sitting there watching, and I mean, like he was facing forward and quiet. And I asked him a question. I'm sorry, what, you know, pretty
You get that
actively
from
disengaged.
students. There were several today that were in that mode.
Yeah. Just kind of.
I tapped on them from behind, and
Yeah.
they were going, "Ooh."
Yeah, right. Booga, yeah. I mean, it helps. I think I have a nice. I mean, you have to have an opportunity to gain a rapport. You know, just calling on a student is what I got. But sort of afterward, just sort of chat with them a little bit and say, "Hey, I didn't want to blast on you like that. I was trying to help," and knowing their name and
Knowing their name
it
is good,
accumulates.
and
Yeah.
you've got most of them, say what, 90%, 95%.
Yeah, there's always some mistake. I wish I could just get them 100%.
Part of it has to do with the frequency of attendance of the student.
Oh yeah, right.
If you haven't seen them, it's hard to know who they are.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and then of course they all know you. They came once 2 weeks ago, you know, and they remember you, the tall, funny-looking guy.
That's right.
So that's good. Yeah. So I'm glad that shows a little bit, kind of.
I like the way you move around the room and engage people that you think are not engaged. Keep engaging them. You don't really yell at them. You try and get them in. So I think that part is good.
Good. I'm glad that feels good to me. I often I think that's a better long game.
It is.
I mean, sometimes it doesn't slam them, to be engaged, but
You don't want to slam
it's a
them
nice.
because they will disengage.
Yeah, right. They're gonna
And
dig
not only that,
in.
they will then try and come back at you.
Yeah, right. Well, like there was Alicia. Alicia. So she was.
She was in a bad mood today.
She was. Yeah. I mean, everything I would say. Oh, what do you think about it? Come on, and I'd say, well, wait. I'm not trying to do that. I just want to, want you to, engage in the thing. And
you could tell as soon as she walked in, she was not in a good mood.
yeah, right. And she's missed a couple days.
She likes Mark.
Things going on.
So
yeah.
Mark will talk to her. She's like, oh.
Oh yeah, all lit up for
but-
that.
but
Yeah.
Underlying it, there's some unhappiness there. I think it has to do with the
Yeah.
CEO.
Oh yeah, something with the CEO. Yeah, she was talking to
The
me.
CEO's not happy.
We were just sitting with him. Yeah, he's not the same guy that I remember from last grading period. I had a nice rapport with him, and I haven't felt any of that, you know, seeing him back.
Well, he's obviously dealing with some personal stuff, so.
Yeah, right.
And frankly, I don't think you want to intrude on that.
Yeah, right.
We don't have the training, and
Yeah.
you know, that's personal space.
Well, I think we can engage with it, and just in terms of respecting it, right?
You can respect it.
Yeah.
I would not recommend
Intervening, not
any kind of
intervening.
intervention. Not
Yeah.
even you can support them, do positive, you know, give them positive feedback.
Right.
But I would draw a line there.
Yeah.
Don't get into it with them.
What's kind of like, all right, you're dealing, whatever is going on, and you're in the mood that you're in when you come here. I'm not going to hold that against you. You know, the fact that, you know, I don't know what you went through that put you in this moment right here.
And in fact, you might even offer them a little bit of support, like saying, don't worry about getting into that, can you get it in tomorrow? You know, or whatever it is. You know, give them a little bit of leeway so they feel like you're giving a little bit to help them through a rough spot.
Yeah, right. And I don't want to be the straw that broke the camel's back, and I don't want to be an easy place for you to vent, you know, whatever the thing is, you know, I don't want to say.
You also don't want to be taken advantage of. Yeah, we're playing a game today.
Yeah, right. I'm allergic to weed. Yeah.
You're allergic to weed?
Yeah. That
And
was,
if you can joke with them and let them know that, you know,
I know what's
you
going
know,
on.
you know what's going on.
Yeah, right.
You don't have to just put them on blast. Right?
Yeah, right.
So take the oblique approach, and you'll be a lot better.
Yeah. So more experience, I'll get a better subtle hand, you know, at doing that.
One thing I would suggest is shortening up your spiel at the beginning. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you didn't really leave yourself enough time to do the experiment.
Yeah. You know, I didn't notice. So we'll see that in the video. I don't know. I can imagine that was easily 15 minutes. You know, I'm talking about the scientific method.
Oh, more than 15.
More than that. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Which is a big block, right?
Yes.
And it could have been 5 minutes. You know.
In particular, if you have if you're just going through notes or you want to take notes or you're presenting something, you can continue it the next day. That's fine.
Yeah.
But if you got an experiment on the back end,
right. It's got to start and end.
You need to think about when you need to start it before you get into the class time. So, then the clock's on the wall, so you can kind of watch
check
that
and tune things in. Yeah. I get when I feel like something is working, I tend to, you know, you get excited about that. Oh, let's spend time doing this. You know, the next thing.
Students know that.
The next thing is uncertainty. You know, we're having this nice discussion right now, and we're connecting. Let's do as much of it, but you got to do the next thing.
And actually, that works a lot of the time.
Yeah.
It's just when you have time blocked out for an experiment, you've got all the materials, and it's in particular if they're going to spoil.
Right.
Or OG,
I got to do this now. Yeah.
You got to do it today, right?
Yeah, right.
So. You got to make sure you leave that time for you.
And well, the one lady, Paola, and she was talking about how I had a gallbladder removed, and I didn't really ever know what that was. I mean, what a nice light to switch on, you know, in a person's life, you know. And my liver was they told me I had to stop drinking because of my liver, but I just stopped drinking because it sounded scary. But now I really know what it is. You know?
It is scary.
Yeah, right. It's, oh my God, it was really scary. Those are, I love just kind of uncovering these little moments.
I think that you have a strength in terms of your positive impact. You know, students are coming back at you, they're on their phones, they're just trying to distract.
Yeah.
And you can tell you're getting a little irritated. But it wasn't like you really came down on it hard. But you did try to address each one as it came up so that it didn't become a big issue towards the end, right?
Yeah, right.
Which is a good way to do it, I think.
Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad that seems good. And I hope I get better at that. You know, it's always the kind of like, okay, is this above boil or below boil? And for this person,
whatever you do, don't let yourself get to boil.
Yeah, right.
That's the wrong answer.
Yeah. That happened once, and and I didn't explode, but I told the students how angry I was. You know, I don't typically, you know, bulging veins. You know, I lack that ability. It's actually a deficiency in me. My ability to, it's not a skill I have, is showing anger. But I told him, and the thing I told him, I said, you know, it bothers me when you distract yourself. What I really don't like, and I said I hate, is you undermining another student's education. You know, and I mean, you know, and it's in terms of them. It's not you're disrespecting me, and I'm supposed to be a big shot with a little ego. You know. It's in terms of it is other people are here trying to get an education. Do not continuously, you know, take other people down around you. And I felt comfortable sharing the intensity of my, you know, interest in that. I thought that was that. I don't think that ever.
So how did it work out?
Oh well, the nice thing about never blowing your cool is when you do blow your cool, it's terrifying.
Yeah, they pay attention.
Everybody was quiet, and they're all, you know, looking like this, you know, and even the person has said, you know, so can you try to do a better job of that? Well, just, you know, all right, well, okay, now you know how I feel. And everybody else, so it also, I mean, it takes two to tango, so that kind of dries up the swamp a little bit when you put in terms of, you know, respecting the other students. So that was okay. Let's see. And actually, I think that involved Axel. And he was going through a bad patch, you know, and so like I think he did wind up leaving the room, and then class got on. Didn't see him for a while, and then when I saw him again, he was like, "Hey, we had a thing, and I'm sorry." You know, I think I probably approached him to apologize, but then things are good now. He actually had I remember him really well because we did a element project. Okay, pick an element, something you're interested in, or something you never heard of, or just whatever, you know. Maybe you pick oxygen and carbon gold and stuff like that. And he picked neptunium. So he looked it up.
Sounds like Axel.
Oh, it was great. And he was like, yeah, how come we don't use this in nuclear reactors? And it's like, well, they already use uranium for this, and then plutonium's a little bit, plutonium, neptunium kind of finds in the middle. Yeah, I think, is it a really short half-life? Yeah. So it does not quite work, you know, for either of those things, but it's very similar, you know, all of those things. And then he says, he's looking it up, and he says, I want to buy some. He looks up to buy some, and he gets in the little
you
get a thing like that. And he says, and then he's like, well, look it up, and he found out how much it was. And he was like, oh my God, I want to buy like, you know, a microgram, you know, or something like that. And then you look at that. So he comes to a little later. He says, I can't buy it, you know, because of the, you know, all the blocks and the, you know, Homeland Security and stuff like that. But can I download whatever it is so that I can go on the dark web? And I can buy some neptunium on the dark web, and I'm like, don't do that in the school. No, but he says, hey, can I download so and so I can access the dark web? First of all, no. Second of all, why? I want to, and he's like, and you're like, oh, is whatever doing the fairy thing. I want to buy some neptunium. Well, that's sort of the best answer you could give. Still no, but you know, no, we're going to buy a new neptunium. But it was wonderful, you know. And then we had this sour thing, but everything.
I have the chart of all known radioisotopes.
Oh yeah.
That's large.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. I think that's giving me some nice things to think about. I mean, definitely focusing on the time management. Keep doing the stuff, you know, that seems to be working well.
I think the experimental part today worked really well.
Good.
It's the kind of experiment that I would like to do more often, but I need another pair of hands for it, and I don't always have.
Yeah, right. Nice hand.